What's up, Aries? Welcome back to the Illuminator for your He Said, She Said spread. Let's see what we got going on for you guys. Thank you all so much for your patience on me as I was dealing with some emergencies on my end. So that's why I'm a little bit later. So let's see what we got going on for Aries. This will be the He Said, She Said spread for both you and whomever you are dealing with. So let's see, what are the messages for Aries? I'm hearing Sagittarius. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius. And I'm seeing a big door opening up. It's like a very bright door, all right? Something that perhaps you are walking through. It could be some type of portal that you are walking through. It feels like there is a lot of enlightenment that's going to be coming your way. All right, so we've got the Judgment reversed and the Page of Pentacles coming through. All right, it looks like there is some type of offer that comes in, but maybe you feel like you are not in a state to take on this offer. All right, maybe you feel like you are not ready for this offer, or that you may have prejudged a situation and now you are taking a deeper look at this offer and perhaps feeling like you've missed out on some type of opportunity. All right, there's a lot of things from the past. There could be a lot of financial situations in the past that you may need to take a deeper look at. Could be in regards to your finances. It's something that you may need to learn. It may be something that you may need to take on and be more concentrated, learn more in regards to the situation. All right, just hold on. All right, this is much better. The lightning just gets on and off sometimes, but here we are with the Hierophant being in the reverse. So yeah, this Hierophant reverse means that things needed to be done by the book, and they may come back around because you may have not judged the situation in the past, or pass some type of challenge in the right way, because the Judgment is like, okay, everything has been done, and then you get to the next level, right? Like it's a finished business, or it's something that's just finishing up. But if it's in the reverse, it means that something that should have had more concentration on has not been finished properly. All right, so it could be in regards to money, as it is the Page of Pentacles. So with the Hierophant being in a reverse, it feels like you have no faith. Maybe you don't have faith in yourself. Maybe you weren't committed, all right? Because with the Hierophant, it's talking about commitments, right? Like committing yourself, having faith, and learning, teaching, because the Hierophant is the teacher, right? So it means that something has failed here, and you are looking back to the past, feeling like there is something that you may need to fix, all right? Because you had a lack of commitment here. Let's see. So far, it may not be completely talking about love just yet. Let's see what we have going on. If we're going to translate this into love, it could still mean that you're looking back to the past and feeling like something did not get like a second go around. With this Hierophant, you feel like there is a lack of commitment and a lack of loyalty. Some type of relationship, if you have been married, it may be that that relationship is coming to an end. See, we have Ace of Pentacles, so there's definitely a lot of money issues that keeps on popping up in a lot of readings. All right. Wow. We've got the Two of Cups, the Hangman, and the Nine of Cups on their side. So, I mean, this has happened for a lot of the signs, Aries, and I'm almost getting the feeling that a lot of you are dealing with people that are now starting to realize what they've had, like got till it's gone type of energy, because whomever you're connecting with regardless of how you view the situation, they really feel like you are a soul connection to them. They really feel like there were a lot of interventions, divine interventions, a lot of things coming in between this connection, and they are still very invested in you. And this is their desire to bridge any type of gap that has been going on between both of you. I feel like this person has a deep desire to reconnect, but they may feel like there is like a huge wall between both of you, or a huge mountain to climb. They may feel like there are just a lot of delays and they're not able to express their sincerity with you. So whomever you're dealing with, this is a very deep connection. This could be a partnership. This could be a true soulmate connection. Someone that has you, sees your value as a partner, as someone that is complementary to them. All right, that's really what I'm picking up on. It might be something that has already ended in the past, and now they're going through a huge transformation, and also internally and emotionally, as well as in their outside world, as well as spiritually, they're going through a huge shift and a change here. Death card is also Scorpionic energy, so we are in a Scorpio season where a lot of things are going to be changing. A lot of things from the past are being transmuted. What is your situation? Wow, see the Two of Swords. That's this card that keeps on coming up, even in my all signs reading. This was like the whole anthem of the reading. Everyone kept on having the Two of Swords. The collective had the Two of Swords, and I kept on saying like there is some type of significance in your life that you are not aware of. You are not really listening to your intuition. You have your senses kind of like blocked, right? Like your vision is blocked. You're not hearing something. Your heart is blocked. So there is some type of blockage here. And this goes for a lot of signs, all right? So you have not been the only one here, Aries, that comes up with that Two of Swords, because this Two of Swords is kind of like ignoring your intuition, ignoring something for your own benefit, right? Like this is like, okay, I mean, it could be anything, but blocking people out, blocking your own intuition out, and being at peace with it, being at peace with blocking people or things out. And it looks like with this Two of Swords, you may really need to take some action. This is when we become a little bit maybe lazy. Maybe it's not lazy, but like we don't want to get frustrated. We don't want to get mad or angry. So we just block all these emotions, and they are becoming like a suppressed energy. Because the King of Wands in the reverse is like quite aggressive. They can be lazy if they're not aggressive. They can be very much like, you know, whatever type of energy. So when it comes next to the Two of Swords, it's like suppressed energy, suppressed anger, suppressed frustration, and then it comes out in a very unexpected way. It comes out when you least expect it. You can get drained as well. If you feel like you're getting drained, it's because you're not listening to your intuition to take on some type of action in your life that is of responsibility here. For others of you, you're just blocking out someone that has been behaving this way. But I always feel like when we deal with people, we always attract these people in order for them to mirror us. So there is also an element within us, right? Like if you would sit there and be like, well, that's them, they're not being responsible, they're blocking me out and they're doing this, it's because Spirit wants to show you a mirror, because you're both mirroring one another. That's why this person is probably in your life, because in your own personal life there is something that you are ignoring in your own situation. And it might not be love, but it might be something else that is very important, where you're not taking the responsibility either. So whenever we judge someone else that we're dealing with like they're not taking the responsibility, it's because Spirit wants you to show you that there is also a responsibility that you are not taking in regards to yourself. And that's just That's just like the way that spirit works, right? That has always been like that. If you just look deeper into the issue and listen to your intuition, you'll find out what you have been ignoring within yourself or around you. See, Chariot, once you know what your strengths and weaknesses are, because that's the dark and the light, right? That's the swings. You see the swings, the light and the dark. That's when you can actually move things forward, because you will know, well, I'm not really good at maintaining X, Y, and Z. I don't like to do that. I don't like this part of the job. And whenever you don't like that part of the job, things get out of balance. So when you know, like, okay, I don't like this part of the job, or I don't like this part, and you put more concentration on it, you work harder for it, it will eventually be also your strength, because you are aware of your weakness and you know how to set that straight. And the only reason, or only way to set that straight, is to actually dive a little bit deeper into the material, diving a little bit more into whatever it is that you need to be working on. With the Page of Pentacles, learning, it's like needing to read, to learn, and that can be sometimes quite a pain, right? Because if we're not interested in that part, then it just makes it harder. But once you are aware of what it is that you need to do, like you know what to do, then you have to go and do it. I had a friend that used to say that when she was helping me, Jelisa, she would be like, well, you know what's waiting for you, you know what to do. And it was just like, every time I hear her say those words, right? Like whenever I need to do something and I'm just like, I don't like this part. And it's like, you know what you came to do, you know what you need to do. So there's like no going around it. So with the Chariot, you will be successful. There is going to be a huge success that you are going to achieve in your life. However, you do need to, get up for it, because you probably are the King of Wands. It is in your energy. And again, like I said, if you're going to say like it's someone else, it's still your own projection, right? Like that's just the way it is. And trust me, you will learn so much more about yourself and your life once you look at every relationship in your life that way, right? Like, for example, you're dealing with someone and you're just like, oh, I hate that person. Well, there is something that you hate about yourself as well. That's why you attract that person. Everyone in our lives are coming in our lives for a really good reason, for us to learn something. But if you're not learning something from that relationship or that situation, then you're just ignoring that part because you don't want to learn from it. So, Seven of Wands, this is like a lack of a positive standpoint. That's what it is. The Seven of Wands is actually an energy where we fight for our rights, fight for our justice, we fight for our, we have our arguments and we stand up for those arguments. But when it's in the reverse, it's just like we don't have those arguments to actually fight for. And that's when we kind of like give up. Instead of like putting more effort and energy in it, we kind of like give up because we feel like we are in a disadvantage. And when we are in that disadvantage, we start to feel like we are the victim. And that's how the whole, it's a whole thing, okay? Anyway, well, let's see what is going on with your person. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, Lover's card. I love that. Then we have the Strength card in the reversed. So ego and pride is definitely something that has been ruling here. And both your ends, King of Wands and the Strength card, both cards are Leo energy. And when they are in the reverse, it does talk about like trying to abuse one's power, trying to be in the ego, trying to be in, and the pride, like, oh, but they did this and they said that and they did blah, 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 blah. Right? He said, she said. That's the game. That's the game we're playing here. So yeah. mean, your person does have a lot of love for you. Maybe you're not willing to see it, or you're not seeing their subtle hints, because they are dropping a lot of subtle hints, is what I'm picking up on. Unless they're just like being a real douchebag, right? Like, then that's just not your reading. But whomever I am reading for, there is a lot of love, there is a deep connection, and there is a need for recognition here. There is a need for blossoming. There is a need for, yeah, there is a need for communication after all, because your person is definitely watching you. They're definitely keeping an eye on you, or at the same time, there is a reason why they feel this. They feel weak towards this connection as well. They feel weak at manifesting this connection. But there's definitely a lot of love coming from their end. They got the Lovers card and the Two of Cups. That's probably a very good reading for cross watchers. So let's see. What is the blockage for Aries, please? Wow. See, this is what we need to watch out for. Now, you can just, read, just Google the cards and you'll see. But we've got the Five of Swords, which is harboring a lot of resentment. It is playing mind games. This is the ego. This is wanting what you want, even if there is a lose-lose situation. Saying things or acting in a way that is not honest. All right, that's what the Five of Swords is. And then we have the Lovers card reversed. So this is not acting out of love, not acting out of unconditional love, but choosing to detach from love. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is again conflict. It's about challenges. It's about being very competitive, right? Like competitive, not coming out of a place of love, not wanting to heal a situation properly. So it might be that you may have felt this way in the past, right? Like where you've been played on in some type of way and it's still lingering here. But there's definitely some type of envy or resentment that's blocking here. That's what it looks like. It could be definitely talking about jealousy, and we all can have that. So don't try to ignore that. Just don't react from it, right? Like come to a place of love. That's really what I'm seeing here. Because whomever you're connecting to, it doesn't seem to have that type of energy right now at all. So let's see, what is their blockage? We've got the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Wands reversed, and the Six of Cups. So this is someone that's in their headspace a lot. This is someone that really overthinks things. They're really in a dark space, all right? They feel like very stuck. Mentally, they feel very stuck when it comes to their drive and their ambition as well, or their fighting energy. With the Strength card and the Seven of Wands being in the reverse, is like someone that does not have the strength or the energy to get something off their chest or to do something about it. It's just like that I'm just tired type of energy, tired of the game, tired of the situation. And again, Seven of Wands reverse, feeling like there is no way out, right? Like there's no way out, because again, like I said, Seven of Wands is kind of like giving up and feeling like there is no possible outcome that could be positive. It's like kind of like giving up on the situation. And then we have the Six of Cups. So it could be in regards to something from the past or someone from the past, or And at the same time, they have a lot of deep feelings for you. And we have now the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Lovers card. So whomever this is truly, madly, deeply in love with you. That's what it looks like. Like, there's absolutely no other way, because the Nine of Cups is here as well. I mean, they really got a lot of deep love for you. And it's been a while since I've seen all these cards coming out in the upright. That's definitely something that's almost miraculous. Wow. But it could be some type of legal matter or some type of injustice that's taking place here. All right, let's see what we got with the Oracle cards. I'll be continuing with the he says, she says spread with the extended as usual. And oh, there are a lot of scammers active on Instagram and everything. So just be aware that anything or anyone that's trying to scam you for a reading, pretending to be me, it's not me. The only way to book a reading or to get any type of services from me is through my official website, illest.illuminator.com. Always been like that. So the link is in the description box below. All right, what do we know? The truth. This is the judgment. Judgment Day will arrive soon for you, my friend. So it's time to do the right thing, to make the right and appropriate judgments of a situation, to see something for what it is with the truth, with the clear eye, and not prejudge anyone or yourself in the situation. Come to a place of compassion as well as forgiveness. All right, that's what it is. And the Four of Cups coming after that, it might just mean that you have not been feeling all that well. Like, it's just not feeling optimistic, feeling disconnected, feeling like that apathy. And it's a form of disconnecting and boredom. And the disconnection actually happens with your senses. All right, so I'm hearing spirits say, like, you need to connect and reconnect with all your senses. All right, the six senses for you, because you are a spiritual being. So it means that you need to do something for your hearing. You need to do something for visualizing and seeing, and not just with the third eye, but really seeing, watching, perhaps even just like cloud watching or something. Doing a lot with your senses, feeling. All right, like, you really need to be concentrating on your senses. And then we have, of course, like the sixth sense of the, you know, feeling things on the other world. But start with that. Do some type of work where it requires for you to use all these senses. All right, and really concentrate on that, because there is a disconnection within you. There's a disconnection. Yeah, the throat chakra. And this is disconnecting your throat chakra, which is your ability to speak the truth. The throat chakra is talking about the truth, nothing but the truth and the whole truth, and expressing yourself, being who you truly are, and being in your honest self, and not living in your shadow where you suppress your throat. There we go. Then we got the power. So once you have coming out of this stage and you've expressed and cleansed your throat chakra in order to cleanse and express yourself, you will find a power and a strength again. And you will find the capability to overcome whatever these challenges are. Again, we got the Balance card, which is the Justice card. So it's coming out twice. You might be dealing with a Libra. You might be wanting to check that reading out. Or you have Libra in a strong placement, which this reading really applies to, right? It does not always have to apply in love, even though for many of you it could be. But maybe it's in regards to work, maybe it's in regards to friends. If it's about friends and social communities, you may see where your Aquarius placement is at, right? If it's about relationship, then you may want to check your Libra placements. All right. what more we have for Aries, please. Wow, regeneration and flowing. Face your shadow. I mean, this was quite a triggering reading. All right, this is where you need to face your shortcomings, your shadow, what is kind of like burning you in the heat of the moment, because you're a fire sign. And as a fire sign myself, our passion, our drive, our wanting and yearning for something can sometimes burn us, right? Like that's just the way it is, because it's not always safe to play with fire. And when we're not in control of our own fire, the needs, then we can start to burn other people, burn situations, burn bridges, or burn ourselves, because we're getting too either competitive with ourselves, or we're getting too, yeah, you get my point. That need for always wanting more can actually be damaging sometimes. And this is a time for that Scorpio energy to regenerate your energy. Flowing. Movement is medicine. Take time to move energy around your body and reconnect to your key. What did I say? Just like you need to reconnect with the senses of your body. Even if that's just like dancing around, just you can be silly. Nobody has to watch, all right? And just be within yourself. Go outside in nature, have some walk, just dance around, do something to reconnect with your body. Like I said, there is a disconnection here. Ooh, okay, we're starting fast. Let's just start with this one. Protection, guardian, drop your shield. See, this whole message is talking about you being very protective of yourself and just like drop your shield. That's my whole point of focus in this reading. I know some people can say like I'm not making sense, or my reading does not resonate. That might be true, but how come the words on the cards are just amplifying exactly what I said? It just means that for some people it may not be resonating, but it does not mean that I'm lame or anything, because I don't like to see those type of, shitty comments. Like, if I was not correct, then how come the messages that come out are exactly what's been written on the card? It's exactly what I just stated. Just tell me how that's even possible. Well, you can say like your cards are not even accurate. Okay, then how come they adjust itself to the reading? It doesn't make sense. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. This is the fearless guy, right? But when it's in the reverse, it's not fearless. That's just how easy it can be said, right? That's a lot of cars. Okay, well, Cloak of Wisdom, you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. I think we're just gonna leave it at that. Trust what you know. You know that this is an intuition. This is something that you may need to dive into in order to really listen to the truth. That's when we stay silent. We just listen to our body's truth and our higher self's truth. And then this reading will make sense. Perhaps not when you watch it, because you may still be in that Two of Swords energy. But listen closely to the truth of your soul, because that will be your guiding line at this point. All right. So yeah, that was what I have for you. I really do hope that this helped you out in a way of healing and guidance. And thank you so much for being here, for your likes, your shares, and your comments. Keep on bringing them up. And if you are interested in the extended reading of the He Said, She Said spread, the link will be down in the description box below this video. And I catch you guys there. Ciao.